Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday today. Because welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it. So happy birthday to everybody, including the people whose real birthdays it is today. Lisa, also Lisa, two Lisas. Same Lisa, has to be said. Misty, Kelland. I'm not sure who you are, Kelland, but I do remember meeting you once, I think, online. Sylvia, Stephanie, Ellie, and of course, the great Tony Robbins, who is 61 today. Happy birthday to all of you, and happy birthday to everybody else whose not real birthdays it is today. How do we celebrate birthdays? We blow out candles on cakes, don't we? And that's how we're going to start today as well, because it's a great way of reducing our anxiety, our stress, and any panic attacks we might be having, but also it's just a bit of fun and a bit of positive intention for the day as well. So get your imaginary cakes out and your imaginary candles on top of the cakes. Could take in a breath for the count of 5 through your nose, hold for 5, and then blow out the candles and make a wish, a positive intention for the day, or the future if you like, and also wishing these people an actual happy birthday today as well. That'd be fantastic. So are you ready to get that? Clear your lungs out first, and then breathe in 5 through your nose. 5, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then blow out the candles on the cake, and make a positive wish, a positive intention for the future. That'd be fantastic. Happy birthday to you. Hello viewer, whoever's viewing right now. And actually the Blinkist Book of the Day, I always put in my ear because I'm listening to the Blinkist Book of the Day. It's from Dyer, and it's all about the power of intention. So positive intentions, there you go, that's where that came from. He does talk about God a lot in the sort of second half of the audio book. A little bit too much for my liking, have to be said. But given the fact that I started off with Love is God on the title of today's talk, should I take my helmet down? Should I take my hood down? It is quite chilly though, so my fingers are getting quite cold, so I'm going to put my gloves back for a second. Yes, so love is God. Now, I'm not a religious person at all. I don't even really believe in God as a sort of all-powerful being thing. However, I am beginning to notice more and more that we're all connected, and that the more we love each other, the greater good we can do in the world, and that we all have love inside ourselves, and therefore to a certain extent we are God ourselves. So love is God, we are God, and we can all celebrate that love together in some kind of holy communion, you could say, as human beings on this earth. I don't want to get too much into too much religion. The book I was just reading, the Loveability book, which is where the initial intention of this came from, because he was talking about, he got a little bit religious in this most recent chapter of the book as well. He does this meditation on God, and I don't really like it. If you don't really believe in God, it's kind of hard to deal with these kinds of things. But so I was trying to sort of twist it and sort of say, well, what if he talked about love and people, and how much does people love you as opposed to how much does God love you, and that kind of stuff. So it kind of works, and I need to do a bit more meditation myself on this theory, at least anyway. But I did want to say that a lot more about how we can all love each other so much more, how love is God and God is love, and how I was going to say about religion for a second, wasn't I? So yeah, so in the book he talks about how religion is love plus politics and love plus marketing. So religion becomes this whole thing around God, but adds in a level of politics, and sometimes quite a lot too much politics. And marketing, of course, it all becomes a marketing thing. So you see a lot of people going out to get money by talking about God and so forth, and getting people to give them money and so forth. So it becomes a marketing thing. However, if you break it down into its sort of constituent parts, a little bit lower down, it's love. And when you look at things, some of the teachings, or the deep down teachings of all religions around the world, they all talk about love and caring for your fellow human beings, and doing good in the world. And it's only when you start putting religion on top of that that you start getting people hating other religions and so forth. I've got a little bit too political here, and a little bit too much about God. I didn't really want to get down this route. I just wanted to say that we have love inside ourselves, therefore we have God inside ourselves, and so therefore it's obviously a bit of a clickbait title. Hello viewer, by the way, you were a viewer for a second and then went away, and then viewer back again and then went away again. So I should have said happy birthday probably, shouldn't I, to my friends, my good friends. Lisa. 2 different types of accounts. I wasn't sure which one was the best one, but happy birthday to you, Lisa. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you have a lovely day today. Misty, who is the sister of Tara, who has the same birthday as me, no, not the exact same birthday, same like 3rd of September birthday. And we met on an aeroplane going from New York to Los Angeles back in 1988, I think it was, something like that. She was on her way to Hawaii, a family holiday to Hawaii, and I was off to go and work in Long Beach, California for McDonnell Douglas on an internship during my university days. Fantastic times it was. Sylvia Baldock, who I know through the Professional Speakers Association. Stephanie, who did all my logos for Diary Booker. So thank you very much, Stephanie, to you. I'm pretty sure that is you anyway. I noticed you've got a different surname. I'm guessing that's a new boyfriend marriage thing. Did you get married? I'm not sure. Hope you're well. And Ellie Rose. Ellie. Well, it says Ellie Rose on here, but I know her as something else, but I've completely forgotten what his surname was, who I went to Gambia with, which was fantastic. It was like a charity trip, and I met her over there. A lovely lady, vet now. I presume you're practicing vet now. Haven't paid enough attention, but lovely to see your name pop up as happy birthdays today. So anyway, happy birthday to you people for real. There you go. Right, moving on to, as you can see, it is 8:32 in the morning now, and I am out here doing my thing. So I have done my morning routine successfully. Well, I'm a little bit, I was probably 15 minutes behind schedule, but that's okay. That's close enough, right? This is I was talking about yesterday about broken promises. So I didn't want to break my own promise to myself today, even though I did go to bed a little bit too late last night. I did get into bed early enough, but I didn't go to sleep early enough. But this morning when the alarm went off, I was like, nope, I've got to get up. I talked yesterday about broken promises, and I didn't want to break my own promises to myself or to the people, my viewers on here. Not that I've got many viewers this morning because it's early. There you go. So I haven't broken that promise, and that builds up my self-confidence. So that we talked before about confide, trust. I'm trusting myself to keep my own promises and stick to them. So it wasn't too bad getting up this morning. So even though I was tired and I hadn't probably had quite enough sleep, I did push through, and now I do feel better, and I feel better because I've got on with the day. So by the time I get back and had a shower, I'll be up and ready and running probably by about 9:30. And that'll be much better than yesterday, won't it? When I was out here doing the run at like 11 o'clock or something ridiculous. And it really had a big bad knock-on effect on my whole day yesterday, as far as progress and getting things done is concerned. So yeah, now I want to talk about these, because these are the stories we tell ourselves that we're going to be. Sorry, I was going to say then is when I was getting up this morning, yesterday when I felt tired and I didn't want to get up and I didn't get out of bed. This was like a story I was telling myself. I feel tired and I don't want to get out of bed. I want to rest more. And it's just a little story I was telling myself, and this thing I was making up to my own body. And then this morning I've got up. And I've got out and I've got some air, fresh air, I've seen nature, and I'm now talking to you, and that always lifts me up, and I'm feeling much better for it. So even though I could have stayed in bed for another couple of hours, I feel much better for having not stayed in bed for a couple of hours. So I just told myself a new story. And what stories are you telling yourself that is holding you back in your life? I always told the story a long time ago when I used to do these mindfulness walks in nature, which we will be going back to, by the way, if anybody's interested in those, in and around the Cotswolds. Used to be a lady who used to tell stories about how things were bad in her life all the time, and I said, have you ever thought about maybe not telling that story anymore? Just telling a different story, telling more stories about how positive your life is and how the good things in your life are, because every time you repeat that negative story, you're reminding yourself of how bad that negative story is. Good morning, Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Happy real birthday to you, Lisa. Hope you're well. Mwah. Sending you loads of love today. Can't wait to have a coffee with you next year. So, well, no, it is this year already now, isn't it? We need to proper catch up at some point now, don't we? We've been scheduling it for months. Anyway, not today, obviously, because it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. I've got that alarm going off again, haven't I? That's very annoying. Right, so yesterday's point I did already. I'm going to talk about Evan's Ent-spresso thing as well. Yes, please. The coffee or the meeting up or the catching up? Yeah, any of those. They're all good. They're all good. Just going to hold on. Just going to turn the alarm off for a second. Hold on. And I'm back. Otherwise that would have just kept them going off all the time. Exactly, all of them. And fantastic. Lovely. Cool. Right, I've lost my notes. Evan Carmicheal's Ent-spresso thing. Absolutely, we all are. We've all been hermits for a year, haven't we? But the vaccines are coming soon. Both my parents have been done, and I'm apparently scheduled to have it done before basically before the end of this month, hopefully. That's the idea. Cool. Anyway, so Evan's Ent-spresso today was talking about fear, and so we're just kind of touching on this briefly before we finish up, because it ties in with everything I've already said anyway, so it doesn't matter. And he was just talking about actually comes from Maria Forleo, really. She was so that doing things that you fear. So rather than doing things you love, doing things you fear, because it tests you and pushes you out up for further. Hello, Yumi Ho. Hello, how are you doing? Pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone to do things you don't like, you're fearful of. Getting out of bed is one of the things that I'm fearful of. Getting out and just getting on with my day is one of the things that holds me back. And like I said earlier on, that's a story I keep telling myself about how I don't want to get up. And they were talking about sort of bigger things that scare you. I mean, people talk about taking a cold shower because it scares you, it gives you a fear, but there are little things in our lives that scare us, and that not so much scare us, but that are holding us back, that we're not doing. These little tiny things. I talked about before, about these little tiny things that we can do. Oh, by the way, Lisa, 21st of March, we're going to do the 7-day challenge. You definitely want to be on that. That's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really helpful. So we definitely need to do that. I'm going to be building that this weekend. Finally going to be building the landing page for that this weekend. Because up till now it's just been all a bit word of mouthy. So that's going to be really cool. I want to really make a big thing of that. I'm working on my Facebook adverts pages. By the way, if anybody knows anybody who is a Facebook advert expert, because I can't get Facebook to help me out. All my accounts are a complete nightmare and a complete mess, and it's completely losing. I want to kind of delete everything and start all over again, and I'm too scared to do it. I don't understand how it all works. So if anybody is a proper Facebook adverts expert, please give me a shout. No offense to anybody who has tried to help me in the past, by the way. It's all fantastic. I'll take any help I can get on this one. Cool. So yeah, all these little tiny things in our lives that can put us off, that can be difficult. Getting up, getting out of the house, going for a walk, talking to a stranger, saying hello to a random person. Yeah, he is, but I'm not sure he knows like deep-pilled techie stuff inside the products there. So that's what I'm really looking for. Somebody who can like muddle about inside the techie stuff. But maybe Jonathan is. Thank you though. Thank you for suggesting it. So every time you kind of want to try and do something, but then you don't do it, and you hold yourself back and you don't achieve the thing, you're almost teaching yourself to play smaller. So you think, well, I'll try that thing. Oh no, maybe I won't actually try it. So then you kind of withdraw yourself and you kind of step back a little bit, and then, well, I'll try this other little thing, and then you step back a bit. And over time, you find yourself getting more and more small, and smaller and smaller. And actually what you really want to do is the opposite of that. You want to push yourself slightly outside of your comfort zone. I've talked about this before. Is you put I use hula hoop rings, and I put one down there's your current comfort zone, and get another hula hoop ring and just put it down next to it, and you can just step into the other one just slightly. You can even keep one foot in the old one if you like, but then you put back in. But you've got a little bit of a test, and you've checked it out a little bit, and it's kind of okay. And now you can go a little bit for longer, and now you can put both feet in there, and then you can push it out a little bit further, and you can create a comfort zone. You can get bigger and bigger and bigger by just like tiny little steps, tiny little things to move forward, which is what we do in our 7-day challenge, by the way. Just tiny little steps, just teaching you successful things, getting yourself to trust yourself to do the things that you promise yourself you're going to do, and therefore building your self-confidence, building your self-love, building your self-belief, all that sort of stuff. It all just comes from those tiny little steps. You've got to take the first little step. Every great journey starts with one tiny little step. Same for example, on my Camino walk, 500 miles, but it all started with just one step. And actually it even started before that, because before that it started with the intention of going, and then it was like booking the flight. So that was the first step. So that comes back from the intention, which is the book from Dyer, which is well worth listening, the Blinkist Book of the day. And there we go, that is me wrapped up. 15 minutes again. God, I really need to get under 10 minutes. I'm trying to aim for 10 minutes, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. I love talking too much and giving you guys lovely advice and good thoughts and happy feelings. Anyway, take care everybody. Sending you lots of love. Thank you very much for being here, Lisa, even on your birthday. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will speak to you and see you soon. Take care everybody. Bye for now. Oh, and go and test yourself. Do something fun.